What made you want to start Dyme?
So, Dyme was conceived 2 years ago from the tears of my son, the pain of my heart,
We'll talk
and
about
the
that.
determination of my soul. A couple of years ago, I started my healing journey, but when you start your healing journey, it's you're working on you, right? So I was focusing on my healing journey, and I'm assuming everything's all right, but my son was suffering. He was, getting over a relationship, and me being unhealed, I didn't see the signs. As a Latina woman, raising 2 boys that have turned into wonderful men.
Yo, shout out to her sons, man. Shout
out to Macho and Manny. They would start crying as kids, and I'm like, wipe your tears. You're not supposed to do that. That's what unhealed women do. They don't allow boys to feel. They don't allow men to cry. They don't want men to be showing in emotions unless it's gonna protect them.
Well, it's funny you said that, because that's what I believe. That's what society, has us as men. Even when I was growing up as a man, like being told to stop crying, be tough. Wipe your tears. You a man, boy. You about to be a man. Men don't cry. Was that something that you wanted to? It sounds like this is something that you wanted to break that stereotype with men.
Well, I did that. And I'm trying to correct what I did. I'm taking accountability of not taking the opportunity to heal so I can be a better mother to my children. Men are taught as a young age to be protectors. You're the man of the house. You're the one that's going to bring the bread. Women, sadly, were taught, and you're going to kick back and be a mom, and you're going to take care of the house. Well, guess what? You can do that. So when does the healing trauma start? Because there's no candy-coated relationship. There really is not. And as a young mother that had to raise 2 boys, barely raising myself, I was full of trauma. So all I did and what I knew to do was be a mother. Work. I was a single mother. I did the routine. But as I was doing the routine, I did not take a real good look of what was going on in my home because I wasn't healed.
Now, what were some of the things like that? I hope y'all are paying attention, because this is a real serious situation. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of families, a lot of people, don't matter what race, what culture, I really believe that it's a societal mistake that's been going on for years. But now, fast forward here, you are now going from a little girl to now you being a mother, and a mother of boys.
Right.
That changes, to me, that changes the dynamics at that point. And shout out to all y'all single mothers out there. And if y'all can relate, you know what I'm saying, leave a comment, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about your story, you know what I mean? And, you being a mother, a young mother with 2 boys, and you seeing how boys are being brought up. It sounds to me like you were totally against that.
Right, because I thought it was normal until I took a look. So, as an adult, as not a young mother, looking at the way the system is working, what a man is supposed to be, who was I to know what a man's supposed to be when I wasn't even healed myself? So I had to start with me.
Now, when you say not being healed, what do you mean?
Telling my son it wasn't great to cry in front of anyone. Man up. You're not supposed to do that. Not paying attention to the signs. When you're not healed, it's a routine. You get up, you go to work, you take care of your family, you cook dinner, you wash the dishes, you take a shower, you go to bed, and it goes over again. Little things are happening, but you're not healed. And when you're not healed, you don't have discernment. Once you start your healing journey, and God first, let me just say that, God first, you start asking for discernment, and you start seeing all this funky stuff that was going on that you didn't realize because you weren't healed. So once I started my healing journey and seeing my sins suffer in this nasty relationship, how he was treated. We would often call the cops. We went to court. He was looked at Like, oh my God, is it him? Never mind women that don't do their homework. See, because right away, as a woman, we are, as myself, let me use I statements. What I used to do before is I used to hear a story and I used to react without getting the facts because it was boo-hoo. Well, guess what? I know what happened in that story. I know who my son is. I know the suffering. I know what a great dad he is. So when women come flocking to the victim, let's take a look who the victim is.
Yeah, let them know.
Let's take a look what the victim is. Nobody knows what's in a pot, only the cook. In the real world, in the system world.
Can you please say that again? Because I like that pot thing.
What the pot? Nobody knows. Yeah. You're looking at a woman cry in the corner, and all these women around him, and they're soothing her. It's gonna be okay. Do you know what she did?
She could be dead wrong.
Exactly. Because I'm sitting with my son, and I'm soothing him, and I gotta sit as a woman ashamed, because I'm ashamed. As women, we have come a long way. Laws have been built to protect us. When we have unhealed women taking those laws that were made to protect us, to use it against to harm a man, I have no respect for that. None, because I'm a mother. A mother of two men. A mother that now is healed and is seeing the unhealedness that women are bringing to men.
So, like, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because you're one of the very few women. Let's be honest. I mean, y'all need to pay attention for real, because you're one of the only few women, right, that really step out and protect men's rights, men's values.
Right.
You know what I mean? And saying, look, the women need to stop.
I took accountability. Do you know how many organizations are in Boston that are supporting women? You know, and I'm not saying that going to get help is easy, because it took me a minute, but there's no excuse, because you can go step by step. If you're not a healed woman, you have no right to get in no relationship with any man.
Y'all heard that? Say that again.
If you're not properly healed, don't get in a relationship with a man. I've done it. And what I caused was chaos. Why would you? As a woman and full of the trauma that I was looking for Superman, right? And Superman was there, but the minute that Superman turned around and he had a rip in his cape, I ran. Because how dare he have a rip in his cape? He's there to protect me. I'm the only one that's supposed to have trauma. He's supposed to stay firm. Well, guess what? That's not the way it goes. Because if the man is not healing properly, how is he protecting his home? How is he protecting his nation?
You're defending that rip.
I have to. Because I have to stop this chaos. I'm sick of it. I am tired. And not just for my son, because I know that men have done harm. Men have done me harm. Yesterday, and I'm not saying because I'm on this interview, I took my time yesterday to forgive the men that done me wrong. And that was a big step for me.